From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Welcome to a Wednesday. It's the 29th of July for 2026. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic up and Adam here this morning, ready to get all of your news, weather, and sports that you need before you get out the door here this morning. A lot to talk about here today. Of course, Big Ten football media days got underway yesterday in Chicago. Heard from 6 of the 18 coaches yesterday. We're going to zero in on the Iowa Hawkeyes here this morning on the show. Meanwhile, Nebraska is set to take on Florida in the inaugural Spikes Under the Lights Volleyball Showcase. That is set for Thursday, August the 27th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. The other matchup is going to pit Penn State up against SMU, so we'll talk about that coming up on the show here today. Salina beat the Hastings Sodbusters 13-10 last night. Sodbusters in their final week of the season. They'll play in Salina again tonight. Had some Legion baseball. We're going to the wire in a couple of tournaments. The senior state tournaments in both Kearney and Elkhorn now into the championship round. Grand Island Home Federal has been eliminated from the tournament in Kearney. They lost to Lincoln North Star 4-0 yesterday. Meanwhile, the juniors tournament, the state tournament going on out at Duncan Field. We now know who's going to play in the championship round today. And is college football soon going to look a whole lot like NASCAR racing? We'll get into that discussion later on in the show here today as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning, my man.
I mean, college football is at least going to turn right every now and then, or, may have a play go off right. I know what you're talking about, the sponsorships and whatnot. We'll get into it here on the show. We're also going to gauge into the crystal ball as we take a look at the futures odds for the SEC, and then we'll get to a Big Ten tomorrow. So taking a look at the SEC conference as a whole, where are we spreading our money around? That's coming up on the show as well. So, yeah, a good stormy morning. I've been up since about 5. That storm rolled through and kind of rumbled the house, shook the house a little bit, got up, and haven't been able to get back to go. So, we're ready to roll.
Maybe we ought to do that every day.
No.
If some way we could predict, some way we could get a storm to move through every day at about 5 o'clock to rattle your house.
I don't need it.
At 5 a.m. to get up and get going?
For my 6:35 alarm clock.
You mentioned the SEC. We're going to have our predictions on what we see in the SEC this year. When I did some homework on the conference last night, there's a lot of possibilities.
It's wide open.
Yeah, in the SEC this year. Normally you've got, 2 or 3 teams that you can pretty well bank in there at the top of the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be deep this year for their football conference championship. So we'll talk about that later on in the show here today. Where do we want to start? Big Ten Media Days in Chicago got underway yesterday. Heard from 6 of the 18 coaches, and we're going to hear from 6 more today. And then Nebraska is going to be on the final day. They're going to be tomorrow. So the people we're going to hear from today in Chicago or Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State, Oregon, Purdue, and UCLA. Yesterday, we heard from Illinois, Iowa, Penn State, Rutgers, USC, and Wisconsin. We'll hear the comments from Iowa coming up on the show today. Then tomorrow, it'll be Indiana, Maryland, Michigan, Nebraska, Northwestern, and Washington. You want to follow along, have nothing else on your agenda today. The Big Ten Network has got wall-to-wall coverage of Big Ten Media Days going on in Chicago today if you want to become a couch potato and take all that valuable information in.
I would fall asleep, dude.
Yeah, I can only...
6 hours of coach speak?
Yeah, I can only listen to so many coaches, and they all start sounding the same.
It blends in. Oh, yeah, you talk to one coach, you talk to 1,000 coaches. The questions are all the same. The answers are, for the most part, all the same. Respect the opponents. They're tough. They're gonna play us physical, and yeah,
We're gonna be optimistic.
Just gets muddled from there. So
optimistic for a great season, but
I'm curious to see how Dan Lanning's going to handle the quarterback room a little bit. I think Oregon is kind of an intriguing one to maybe put an eye on today. Plus, Dan Lanning's just a hell of a speaker for the Oregon Ducks, and
so we should probably have him on the show tomorrow.
Dude, he gets me to run through walls. I'm not kidding you. My favorite Dan Lanning pregame hype video was before when Colorado was considered a threat. When that circus happened, and it was Travis Hunter and it was Shadur, and they're gonna go play Oregon, right? And Lanning gets in there and just rattles the boys up, gets them fired up to go, and he's like, we play with our pads and not for clicks. And I don't remember the exact phrasing of it, but I mean, it was just this 2-minute just hype fire up video. Oh, dude, I've never wanted to run through a wall faster in my life to get on the field and kick the holy crap out of Colorado than when Dan Lanning got his boys fired up. So, yeah,
and
excited to hear.
You weren't even involved in the thing, and you were going to run through a wall.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you're pitching maybe to get Dan Lanning on the show.
I'd say that's a pretty fair assumption.
Oregon Ducks.
Yeah.
Anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson this morning. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. You can always chime in. Anything we're talking about, anything on your mind today, sports related or not. Love to chat with you. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. 402-834-1330. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. IT guy came through yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You see the red light is missing from our phone?
From yours.
You still got it on your phone?
I have a blinking red light.
My red light is off.
Oh, wonderful.
He took care of my blinking.
And the big intriguing question, we all thought we had like a message from our listener, maybe a complaint, maybe a compliment, maybe just, a shout out. We were wondering who it could possibly be. It was spam.
It was spam.
Spam,
you might
spam,
know.
Spam.
Our first message that we've had really in 3 years of this show on this telephone system.
Was spam.
That's why we couldn't figure out how in the hell to get the message off of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
The IT got it figured out yesterday, and it was spam. So it's off of my phone. The blinking red light that was driving me nuts is off of my phone.
Wonderful.
It's still on yours.
Yeah, but it's not driving me nuts because my phone is literally
it's buried.
Literally collecting dust.
All right, so I'll maybe put in a work ticket to the IT guy to get your phone handled today. A couple of news and notes we want to talk about this morning as we get up and get going. Caitlin Clark scored 32 points last night. Kelsey Mitchell added 28. The Indiana Fever won their fourth straight game, beating the Seattle Storm 105-95 last night. The night was one for the books for Indiana's high-powered offense, which topped 100 points for the fourth straight game, the longest set streak in WNBA history, and the 12th time this season, which is also a league record. The Fever shot 26 for 26 from the free throw line. That was just one shy of the league record for the most makes without a miss. So the Indiana Fever, they continue to roll. They beat the Seattle Storm last night in the WNBA, putting up some big offensive numbers, 105-95. Had a couple of NFL signings I want to mention this morning. Cleveland Browns and five-time Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward reached an agreement on a 2-year, $62.2 million deal. Jesus. That includes $52.3 million in guaranteed money. The $31.1 million annual average salary makes Ward the highest-paid defensive back in NFL history for the second time in his career. He had 2 years left on his contract, but no guaranteed salary remaining on that 5-year, $100 million extension that he signed in April of 2012. Last season recorded 39 tackles, had an interception in 15 games played. The number 4 pick in the 2018 draft. Ward has 18 interceptions, 104 passes defended, and 361 tackles in 8 seasons. But Denzel Ward signs a big contract extension with the Cleveland Browns. You got to hang on to all those top defensive players for Cleveland. You might need them in the future.
Yeah, defense pretty important there in Cleveland because you know your offense ain't scoring anything.
Yeah. The Eagles have signed 2-time Pro Bowl selection Jalen Carter to a 4-year, $152 million extension. Could be worth up to $160 million. The deal includes $106 million in guaranteed money. The contract is the richest for a defensive tackle in NFL history in both guaranteed money and average annual value. Carter has been selected to each of the past 2 Pro Bowls, which is not a real big thing anymore.
No.
He's got 13.5 sacks, 37 quarterback hits, 108 tackles in his first season, or the first 3 seasons in Philadelphia. So Philadelphia and Cleveland signing some defensive players. Training camp getting underway this week for most teams. Let's see what else is going on. We talked about yesterday the Washington Commanders firing their defensive, their tight ends coach, actually. Their tight ends coach after he was arrested for a DWI. Wes Welker, former All-Pro wide receiver, is going to take over that position group, although Washington head coach Dan Quinn said the Commanders haven't yet settled on the official title for Welker, but he will be in charge of the tight ends beginning this year for Washington.
He was a good slot receiver back in the day for the Patriots and Jets fantasy football gold mine because he would get like 10 catches a game. So
Wes Welker taking over the tight end.
Did you see the NBA championship futures odds over the weekend, by the way?
After LeBron signs with...
You might know after our show, LeBron made the announcement, and Philadelphia was selected as the team. And this is a little much for me. But Philadelphia shot up to plus 900 and are now 4th favorite to win the NBA crown. And it's clearly the LeBron effect, but is he really going to affect them to be all of a sudden now from the bottom to the 4th best favorite in the NBA? Do you really see that?
What were they before? Were they right at the bottom?
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody ever talked about Philadelphia.
They weren't being mentioned.
No, so they had to be mid to bottom of the futures odds. Then LeBron comes over, and all of a sudden they're the 4th best.
They shoot up to 4th favorite.
Behind who?
OKC, San Antonio,
yeah,
and the defending New York Knicks.
And then Philadelphia.
And then Philly, and then Boston.
So at the age of 42, LeBron James is going to have that much of an impact with the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'll go on record.
That's what betting people do, though. They hop on the bandwagon. Some big major event happens like that, and everybody, oh, yeah, LeBron James championship. Yeah, we better go bet that.
Bank it.
Yeah, bank that in.
Maybe 5 years ago.
That's a sure one.
7 years ago, I would have probably considered it.
That's what people do.
And I know he contributed well at the Lakers, and you read over the stats, and he's not done by any stretch, but I just don't see him catapulting that team to the 4th best in the NBA.
We'll find out what happens.
One man does not a team make.
I have said for years, as a pitcher, all I want you to do is go out in baseball and do what?
Walk him.
Throw strikes.
Hit him.
You're a pitcher. Throw strikes. That's your job. I just want you to go out and throw strikes. Well, the Washington Nationals drew 6 walks last night against former Cy Young Award winner Shane Bieber in a 4-run first inning, eventually escaping with an 8-6 victory over the Toronto Blue Jays. Bieber issued walks to 6 of the 9 batters that he faced in the first inning, including 3 with the bases loaded, before departing after just 2/3 of an inning. In his previous 149 pitching appearances, the right-hander's high for walks was 5. He walked 6 last night in 2/3 of an inning.
Yep.
In the first inning.
Yips.
According to our research, Bieber is only the 4th pitcher in the divisional era, which is since 1969, to issue 6 walks in the first inning of a game, joining Todd Van Poppel in 1994, Ryan Dempster in 2001, and Daniel Cabrera in 2006. He's a former Cy Young Award winner, and he goes out and walks 6 batters in the first inning. All told, I looked it up. He threw 41 pitches last night.
I was going to say, what was his pitch count?
Yeah, he threw 42 pitches and only 15 strikes.
Ouch.
15 strikes.
Ouch.
Just throw strikes. I don't care if you're in the 10U program, Legion Baseball, college baseball, Major League Baseball. Just throw strikes, will you? God!
Run the damn ball.
Drives me crazy. Just get up there and chicken wings, will you? And that's another one. Just throw strikes, will you?
There it is. Our new hot button. Just throw strikes.
I gotta get that off of there.
Every time we do a baseball broadcast, 42 just throw strikes.
42 pitches. You're a Major League Baseball pitcher. You're a Cy Young Award winner, and you can only find the strike zone 15 times in 42 pitches, and you walk 6 batters.
You wonder how much leeway he got before ABS.
Yeah.
Before the automated balls and strike system.
Yeah.
You wonder how much room he got to play on the corners. I don't want to say that umpires do favoritism, but umpires do favoritism, especially like if you're a Cy Young Award winner.
Oh, yeah. If you're close, that's a strike.
If you're a star, and you're throwing it in there, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's a star pitcher. So you wonder, did that play into it? Was it just an off night? Did he have a little case of the yips? Will this case of the yip continue?
They said that it was a little warm, but God, they've been playing in warm weather all summer. You can't use that as an excuse. He didn't have his stump last night.
Forgot to bring the lunch pail to work. Left it at home.
Yeah, you got to bring your lunch pail each and every day to the ballpark. You got to bring your lunch pail. You got to get ready to go to work. 15 strikes, 42 pitches last night.
Early shower.
For Shane Bieber. All right, what else is going on? Oh, the NFL season hasn't even started yet. And Justin Herbert has got a ring on his mind. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Yesterday, the Los Angeles Chargers quarterback announced his engagement to singer and songwriter Madison Beer.
Beer?
She's got to be a great girl with a last name of Beer.
Beer.
Herbert's missed the second phase of the team's voluntary off-season program this year to support Beer on tour.
It's funny when you say to support Beer. Makes him sound like he's having a good time.
Like he's a spokesman for your favorite beer. But yeah, he got engaged yesterday. Hopefully he's come off a tour now with Madison Beer, and he's going to get to work. Bring your lunch pail. You've got work to do for the Los Angeles Chargers. But yeah, Justin Herbert and singer-songwriter Madison Beer announced their engagement yesterday?
I don't know a single one of these songs. I'm just doing a basic Google search of Madison Beer songs.
Madison Beer.
One comes out, Boy Shit, which I'm not quite sure what that means.
Is she a country star, or what is she?
American singer-songwriter. It does not specify. Looks to be like a pop star because apparently she gained media attention with Justin Bieber.
Okay.
In the 2012 song At Last. So
yeah, I'm not familiar with none of those either.
I don't know who the hell Madison Beer is, but
congratulations.
She's cute and she's got a great last name.
Yeah, she's very cute.
Justin should take her last name. Be unconventional.
Justin Beer.
Justin Beer.
Probably not going to happen.
I don't think it is.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield is pissed.
Why?
He's been trying to work out a new deal on his contract with Tampa Bay. They've been in negotiations for a long time. Well, now he's going to play out the final year of his contract this year before becoming an unrestricted free agent. Mayfield and the Bucs have been engaged in contract talks for several months, with sources saying that no real progress has been made toward a new deal as of Tuesday. Mayfield had previously said he wanted an agreement in place before the start of camp, or he would be discontinuing talks to focus on football.
You know what that means?
Yeah, he's not long for this world.
No.
Tampa.
No. You boost up Baker Mayfield in your fantasy football draft pool because if he's going to showcase his stuff to the available teams,
so take him.
He's due for a big year.
He's led the Bucs to the playoffs in 2023 and in 2024.
He's got nobody to throw to, though.
He ranked 16th among quarterbacks in average pay. Poor guy. He don't know where his next meal is going to come from.
Oh, yeah.
He's making only $33.33 million per year. He's the 16th highest paid quarterback in the league, but he's led the Bucs to the playoffs in both 2023 and 2024. He's pissed. He wants more money. Doesn't know how he can continue living on $33.33 million per year.
It's a rough life out there, man. It's a hard knock life for these quarterbacks, dude.
Oh, God. So, yeah, he wants more money.
They sacrifice so much.
It looks like, he's going to be out of Tampa after this year.
Yeah. He gone. He gone.
We talked about the NBA. Draymond Green. He has signed a new contract, 1 year, $27.7 million to say with Golden State. He's going to move into his 14th season at Golden State, the second longest active streak for a player with one team in the NBA, behind only teammate Stephen Curry, who will begin his 18th season with the Warriors in October. I don't know if I want to get to this now or
bring it up. Bring it. I was just gonna say let's do the
7:23.
We'll get to the break in 7 minutes. We can do this.
All right, because we're going to hear from the Iowa folks coming up after our news break. Is this going to be? Obviously, it is. It's going to be something we're going to see in college football.
Mm-hmm.
College football is going to look a lot like NASCAR racing in the future. And by that I mean when you interview players, remember when you interview drivers, they've got all these patches on their uniforms.
Oh, I'd love to
thank
the Lysol
the Lysol
Kleenex,
guys.
The
Tide
Lysol
boys.
Kleenex, Mr. Clean, Duralast 350, mop head, spinning bucket. For getting us over the finish line, it was a real, yeah.
Anyway, now it started with Notre Dame. Then it went to Ohio State yesterday. And here's what I'm talking about. Notre Dame has reached a multi-year deal with SoFi Technologies that will place the financial service company's brand on the Fighting Irish's jerseys in every sport starting this season. 6-year deal is worth $18 to $20 million per year, according to industry sources. It's believed to be the richest in college athletics history. Short time after that, Ohio State entering into a new corporate partnership with J.P. Morgan Chase. that includes jersey patches for all 36 of the Buckeyes teams and will yield nearly $17 million per year for its athletic program. So both Notre Dame and Ohio State now have patches, corporate patches, on their jerseys. So when coaches talk, our next game is going to be against the J.P. Morgan Chase Ohio State Buckeyes.
I don't think that we're going to put the sponsors first at any point in the discussion.
Or the Ohio State Buckeyes J.P. Morgan Chase football team.
Don't worry about it. Everybody was up in arms. Baseball did this 2 years ago, and everybody thought it would be like just the worst thing ever, right? Tainting your beautiful baseball jerseys with sponsorship patches. They're subtle. They're not egregious. It's not like you have to announce them as the sponsor name. I mean, they're still the Ohio State Buckeyes. They just have the patch. They just have the logo. So I don't get too wrapped up into it. It's the way of the world, dude.
We got to pay. Well, we got to pay the NIL deals.
Yep,
that's one way to help
mitigate
out.
That.
Nebraska is going to do this. I'll guarantee
100%.
you. I'll guarantee you, Nebraska will have a patch. Probably 100%. Not by this year. They would have announced it by now, but I bet by next year we'll have a patch on our jerseys.
Woodhouse, get on it. The hell are you waiting for?
It even happens. I know there was discussions even at the small college level with Hastings College. They were talking about the last couple of years.
Sure.
Putting patches on their jerseys.
Yeah.
So
any little bit helps, man. You're trying to win a competitive arms race in terms of financial dollars to your institution. You're going to take what you can get, and you're gonna put on your jersey whatever the hell the sponsor that's giving you $16 million wants to put on your jersey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the Ohio State.
Yes,
the
sir.
J.P. Morgan Chase Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the SoFi Technologies Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
It's got such a beautiful ring to it.
Oh, yeah, I can see that happening. God, if you're a sponsor for $16, $17 million, you want your name mentioned as much as possible. Do the networks go to that now when you have a football game?
No.
I bet they mention them.
No.
I bet they mention them a couple of times.
They may mention the patch, but they're not going to refer to them as the J.P. Morgan Chase Ohio State Buckeyes. I'd put money on it. Safe bet.
God. I guess.
Don't worry. Don't sound the alarm.
I guess if I was a broadcaster, I might drop it in that way.
Why?
Because those guys are paying $17, $18 million.
Are they paying you?
They're not paying me.
Then why?
I do it for Legion Baseball.
They're not paying you.
I know, but I refer to the Hastings 5 Points Bank and Johnson
It's
Imperial
actually
Homes.
literally in their title of their name, so it's different. The sponsorship in Legion Ball is tied to the name. The sponsorship in college football is not tied to the name. It's just a patch.
All right.
Relax. Don't worry.
When I saw that, I got all fired up. I mean, my blood pressure rose, and I thought, get Tyson fired up on this morning.
We are not the stifle St. Louis Cardinals, even though they are our main sponsor and have the jersey patch.
Now, see, I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah.
So.
Baseball. Every baseball team's got a sponsorship.
Really?
Yep.
So every baseball team has a patch?
And the fact that you don't know that means it's very subtle, and you don't have to worry about it.
So how long have they had these?
2 years. Literally 2 years.
So every team has a patch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to start looking for that.
I'll get my jersey out and show you after the break. We'll do a little demonstration live here on the camera.
When I watch Major League Baseball, I'm going to look. I'm going to look at every team that I watch. Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So, all right. 7:29, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning on the Huddle Up.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in news today?
All right. We'll start off with Democrat candidate for governor Lynn Walz. She has named a Southeast Nebraska farmer and ag leader Ben Steffen as her running mate for lieutenant governor. Walz introduced Steffen at a campaign event near Elkhorn, calling him a compassionate leader with a strong record of public service. Steffen, a Humboldt farmer, Active in several ag and community organizations, says he was inspired by Walz's leadership and wants to help tackle issues including property taxes, rural health care, child care, and the state's economy ahead of the November election. Meanwhile, up in Grand Island, the future of Pete's Safari was back before the Grand Island City Council. The owners are seeking a conditional use permit that would allow the private zoo near Alda to remain open while addressing city zoning, building, and electrical code concerns. A full council chambers of supporters rallied behind the attraction last night, while city leaders say the goal is to bring the property into compliance, not shut it down. City officials say the permit includes deadlines for safety upgrades, parking improvements, and required permits. It is 7:30 on the dot. Let's go to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's the haps in sports?
Well, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings and Blue Hill, your destination for wellness and recovery. Nebraska is set to take on Florida in the inaugural Spikes Under the Lights Volleyball Showcase on Thursday, August 27th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. The matchup between the Huskers and the Gators is set for 7, followed by Penn State against SMU at 8. 2 winners will play for the championship at 9. Spikes Under the Lights will mark the first women's collegiate sporting event at AT&T Stadium and features a $1 million prize purse. Salina beat the Hastings Sodbusters 13-10 last night. Luke Larson was a losing pitcher. He went 3 1/3 innings and gave up 9 runs and 10 hits. Larson walked 3, struck out 2. Chance Burton and Ryan Spencer each had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Hastings is now 16-24 in the season. Same 2 teams will play in Salina tonight beginning at 7. Grand Island Home Federal has been eliminated from the Class A State American Legion Baseball Tournament after losing to Lincoln North Star 4-0 yesterday. Miles Nelson was the losing pitcher. Ian Aarons had a couple of base hits. Grand Island ends the season 35-13. In the other game, Creighton Prep beat Lincoln Standing Bear 10-7. Prep and North Star will play for the National Division Championship at 4 this afternoon. Meanwhile, in the American Division in Elkhorn, Bennington beat Lincoln East 8-3, and Elkhorn North defeated Omaha Westview 6-3. Today, Bennington will play Elkhorn North at 5, and the winner will play Lincoln East for the championship at 8. At the Class A Juniors tournament in Hastings, the state tournament, Lincoln East beat Lincoln Southwest 11-2, and Creighton Prep defeated Bennington 14-6. Today, East will play Bennington at 4, and the winner will play Lincoln Southwest for the championship at 7 o'clock tonight. At the C5 Seniors Tournament in St. Paul, Ord beat St. Paul twice yesterday to win the championship, 4-3 and 12-5. Centura won the C6 tournament in Loomis with an 8-0 win over Loomis. The Class C Senior State Tournament gets underway on Saturday in Pender. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:33 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Showers and thunderstorms are pushing through south central Nebraska on this Wednesday morning. They should clear out by the latter part of the morning hours. That should leave us with partly sunny skies and a high in the upper 80s. It will be humid as well. More chances for storms overnight tonight with a low of 70 degrees. On Thursday, a chance for more storms, a high of 80. 68 Thursday night, and then 85 sunny and breezy on Friday.
As you wake up, get going this morning, we've got rain in the area. West winds at 6 miles per hour, cloudy skies 74 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton is Business.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson and Bronick with you on this Wednesday. Huddle up on Extreme Sports. We remind you about this. Get ready for one of the biggest racing weekends of the year at Camp Raceway in Hastings this Friday and Saturday. It's the Deb Bruntz Memorial Race featuring the now 600 National Series. Drivers from all across the nation will battle wheel to wheel in 2 nights of incredible racing action. Hot laps each night will be at 7. Green flag will drop at 8 o'clock. Bring the family, grab your seat, and experience the speed, the excitement, and the adrenaline that you can only find at Camp Raceway. So don't miss the Deb Bruntz Memorial Race coming up this Friday and Saturday in Hastings, all at Camp Raceway. Real easy to find just east of Hastings out on J Street.
There you go. Brought the Cardinals jersey here to the second half of the show, and I'll show you in just a sec. Comment section cleanup. Shane Will commenting on the AC Milan's Poo Jeans Nebraska Huskers is his prediction for the sponsor. Although, like, Poo Jeans, that sounds like something I don't want to wear.
Poo Jeans?
Poo Jeans sounds like I had a bad night at Taco Bell and didn't make it home in time.
Poo Jeans.
What the hell are Poo Jeans?
I don't know anything about Poo Jeans. Is that something that I should be wearing?
Is this
Poo Jeans?
Poo Jeans.
All right, so you've got this St. Louis Cardinals jersey.
Yes.
We were talking about sponsorship patches for both Notre Dame and Ohio State beginning this year.
That's
Notre
right.
Dame is going to have the SoFi Technologies patch on their jerseys, and Ohio State, J.P. Morgan is going to be their patch. Both these guys are going to be raking in at least, $16 million per year by having those sponsorship patches.
And anybody that thinks it's going to, ruin the integrity of the jersey, right? So St. Louis Cardinals, perfect example. We got birds on the bat in front, the Cardinals, the traditional red and yellow and white. Everything looks good. There's no sponsorships. There's no blockage. You can see the logo perfectly. Very subtle. Arm patch on the side. You see the stifle.
Yeah.
Just very subtle, stitched in.
Very small.
Very small. So you know you're not getting the official jersey unless it's sponsored by Stifle. The official sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals.
If you're a sponsor, you're not going to be able to see those sponsorship patches.
You
No, you're not. Maybe on TV, but you're not going to be able to see them from the stands. obviously.
No. But
And you won't even be able to see him on TV a lot, depending on where they put the patches.
Yeah, but your name goes all over the nation. You got jersey sales and...
Yeah, I suppose it's sales.
Yeah.
You got to have...
I'm walking around town and people are like, what is Stifel? And I'm like, oh, it's like a Charles Schwab of St. Louis. It's just a financial investment firm.
Yeah, I suppose if you start buying the merchandise, you got to have the sponsor patch on it.
Yep.
So, anyway, that's what's coming up in college sports here. I'm sure Nebraska will have one, like I said before the break. I'm not aware that we have one right now, but I'm sure we will here very, very soon. Big Ten football media days got underway yesterday in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We heard from 6 of the 18 head coaches. Kurt Ferentz for Iowa. He was before the media yesterday. He's entering. God, he's got to be older than dirt. I mean, he's been at Iowa. This is going to be his 28th season as the head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes. He's been on the chopping block so many times. Yeah, he's been on the hot seat so many times, and all of a sudden he comes up with a great year, and he signs a 5-year contract extension.
It'll take an act of God to get Kirk Ferentz to leave Iowa at this point.
They open the season September 5th.
He's 70 years old.
Is he?
70 years old.
He's been there for 28 years.
He signed a 5-year extension. He's 70 years old.
That's why I said every time they have him on the chopping block and he's on the hot seat, then he comes back and does something great, and they sign him to a new 5-year contract.
His home life, his honeydew list must be a mile long for him to want to continue to work at 70 years old.
How do y'all get to that someday? I'll get you that someday. Anyway, for 2026, the coach says he's got a veteran bunch coming back.
Our year, we're typically or traditionally have had a pretty high retention rate, and this year was really no different. But the big difference was we had a big senior class and a couple guys that left, so we brought in roughly 30 newcomers at midterm back in January, half being transfers and half of them being first-year high school players coming in, starting college. And all but one of the transfers was an underclassman. So one senior in the group and then everybody else younger. So I bring that up in that, it's really been a good learning process for us the last 7+ months of the team, really learning about the program, what we're trying to get accomplished. And just happy to say the effort's been good. It's been a group that's really been attentive, and they've been responsive. And then the other part is with every group or every phase that we go through, I think we've seen growth in terms of the cohesiveness and also our leadership base. So those are all key things if you're going to have a good season, certainly, and so far so good.
And this will be the third straight season that Iowa has had a different starting quarterback.
The bottom line is this. Right now, we don't know the answer. And I can only tell you we'll know the answer when we know it, hopefully. And sometime in August, maybe that'll become apparent. It may be end season. Can't rule out any possibilities. But the bottom line is we don't know really who our starter is at this point, but really pleased with the guys that are competing and the growth that they've shown in the program now, year plus. So that part's good.
So what about the rest of the team for the Hawkeyes for this year?
I think our skill positions outside of the quarterback position were relatively experienced, feel pretty good there. And the offensive line, we graduated through really good players, but I think we've got a pool right now of 7, 8 guys, maybe 9 that have a chance to play significant reps right now. Just not sure where they're going to end up with positions. We'll figure that out as we go along. Defensively, if you work from the back end up, I think we've got a lot of good candidates competing. Really unsure who's the starting 4 or 5 will be. The linebacker situation kind of similar. Jaden Montgomery's back, obviously, but then we've got a bunch of guys that have been with us that we expect to play really well for us this coming year. And our biggest concern, our biggest area of focus right now would be the defensive line. 7 of our top 8 guys from a year ago are gone. So anxious to see how that goes. Saw a lot of growth in the spring and expect to see more in August. And the one thing I will say there, I can just foresee us probably rotating players on a more frequent basis than maybe we had the last couple of years. Don't envision anybody playing 500 snaps this season, but we'll let all that shake out. And then probably the most significant portion of our football team that is going to bear watching will be our special teams phase. And point being there that we lost every specialist that we had. We lost our place kicker, certainly. Had a great career. Drew Stevens did an unbelievable job. We lost our deep snapper, is gone. Have a new punter, contention there, a battle going for that position. And then Caden Weed is the best return guy I've ever been around in my career. He graduated too. So some of the advantages that we've gained through special teams over the last couple of years, we're going to have to ride the train a little bit this year and, exhibit some patience, because I think typically with new specialists, there's always going to be a little bit of an up and down factor there. So at least that's been my experience. But that's an area that we're really, keeping our focus on as well.
Yeah, we're listening to Kurt Ferentz, the Iowa head football coach from Big Ten Media Days in Chicago yesterday. Also talked about some issues in college sports. The coach says he's in favor of expanding the college football playoff to maybe 24 teams.
Yeah, I'll go back to when they went from 2 to 4. My feeling then was, if we're going to go to 4, you may as well go bigger, a bigger number at that stage. To me, just having 2 teams play for it, there's some subjectivity there, obviously. And revenue opportunity, all that other stuff that comes with playoffs. But when we went to 4, it really kind of, I think, minimized or started to cheapen some of the bowl experiences, more players opting out, that type of thing. And, silly me, I thought playing in the Orange Bowl or the Rose Bowl or whatever was a big deal. But, that attitude started to grow with that. So my attitude is if we're going to go 2 to 4, why not go bigger? And whether you want to debate 16 or 24, I'm in favor of 24, certainly. But the other part of the story is I think our focus needs to be on some other issues that are probably bigger to college football right now than the playoff discussion, but totally in favor of 24 to answer the question.
And the coach says he's really concerned. He's concerned about the state of college football right now.
To me, that's our single biggest issue right now. And I kind of prefer to work with boundaries and with a system in place. I spent 6 years in the NFL, and I really don't have any aspirations of ever going back there. Haven't since I left, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every job I've ever had. But the 2 things I really appreciate about the NFL contracts, our contracts, they mean something, and there's a salary cap. So in the NFL, and the other thing is equal enforcement. Everybody gets enforced. All rules get enforced the same ways, all 32 teams. So you have 32 teams operating in the same system, same set of circumstances and rules. So it really gets down to the players and the coaches. Imagine that. And the more we can move in that direction. I'm old enough to remember the 70s. And I'll give you I'll cherry pick an easy one for you. When I got to Iowa in 81, we went to the Rose Bowl first time in 19 years. We had a winning season. First time in 13 years that someone other than 2 teams had been to the Rose Bowl. And I would suggest, the Big Ten's been healthier since 1981 than it was during the 70s. That's just me as a participant. That's how I look at it. And I think if we're not careful, we could go down that road again as a bigger enterprise college football.
All right, there we go. Comments from Big Ten Media Days in Chicago yesterday with Iowa head coach Kurt Ferentz. I see Iowa returns 44% of their offensive production from last season.
Yeah.
They've finished in the top 25 of the final AP poll in 6 of the last 8 seasons.
They're scary because they're deep. They lost a lot of talent to graduation, but they brought in 30 kids, and 15 of those being transfer portal kids, and they're deep. They have quarterback controversies, but it's between 2 good ones with Brown and Hecklinski, I think is his name. They're deep at running back. They can sub in and rotate defensive lines, so they're not getting dog shit tired by the third quarter. Iowa scares me this year. I think they're as deep as they've ever been, and I think they're as talented as they've ever been. And the one thing about the quarterback situation, a lot of people are looking at that and going, "Oh, Iowa doesn't have their peas in a pod, so to speak." And well, Iowa runs the damn ball, and they run it pretty well.
Yeah, they really don't need a superstar quarterback.
They don't need a superstar quarterback. No. Yeah, Iowa scares me.
To the Iowa Hawkeyes, we play them last game of the season.
Last one out of the chute.
November the 27th, Black Friday. Anyway, we're making not bowl predictions, but conference predictions this week. We've looked at the ACC, We've looked at the Big 12 this week. Today, looking at the SEC. My pick for the SEC to win the conference championship this year is going to be Georgia. We heard from Kirby Smart last week on the show.
Yep.
Georgia is going to be Georgia. They've got a deep roster. They brought in a bunch of guys. Defense looks to be among the nation's best, or one of the best we're going to see.
Defense wins championships.
Yep. So I'm going to be hanging my hat. If I had $100 for the futures play, I would certainly go up and bet the Georgia Bulldogs to win the SEC. But I think the biggest challenger, and you may have this team as the favorite, that's going to be Texas.
Yep.
With, you-know-who, Arch Manning.
Yep.
As the quarterback. And in the sleeper, I think, in the SEC, could be LSU. We had them on the show last week, too. Remember, they had an influx of transfers. They brought in a ton of people.
Well, they brought in Lane Kiffin specifically.
Yeah. And their offense certainly is going to be capable of winning shootout games if it comes to that. Their defense could be another one that could be one of the better ones in the SEC. So my sleeper in the SEC this year would be LSU. The biggest challenger, I think, for the conference championship is going to be Texas. And my choice to win the SEC football championship this year is going to be Georgia.
Okay. I'll take that same formula. I've got Texas, even though I hate Texas. So that, to me, to write down,
that says something.
Texas as my champion, and then announce this to the world, to the population that knows how much I vomited like 3 times before the show started in anticipation that I would have to say Texas is probably the favorite to win the SEC. I think they loaded up on defense, and Arch Manning is gonna do his thing. Dual threat quarterback is pretty scary stuff. Texas could be a threat. The contender, I'm going to give you Venables in Oklahoma, their big Red River rival. And I think that maybe the potential SEC championship appearance could swing on the Red rivalry matchup between Texas and Oklahoma. I just like what Venables has done there for the Sooners. And my long shot play, I'm going to try to bring in an old armory truck here to the Western Studios and just pile in the money. Lenoris Sellers, still the quarterback at South Carolina. He's a dangerous dual threat guy. If he gets on a tear and has like a Lamar Jackson style season that he had at Louisville, then we could see South Carolina at plus 4,000 take it to the bank.
Wow.
South Carolina, my long shot. Oklahoma, my contender. Texas, my champ.
All right. So
that's disgusting.
There's our look for the SEC. Tomorrow we'll do the Big Ten as they will continue and wrap up Big Ten Media Days in Chicago. 7:53. You're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning on the Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Let's get a quick news update. What's going on in news today?
You bet. Well, we'll start at the Grand Island City Council meeting last night where the future of Pete's Safari was back before the council. The owners seeking a conditional use permit that would allow the private zoo near Aldo to remain open while addressing city zoning, building, and electrical code concerns. A full council chambers of supporters rallied behind the attraction, while city leaders said the goal was to bring the property into compliance, not to shut it down. City officials say the permit includes deadlines for safety upgrades, parking improvements, and required permits. Meanwhile, in political news yesterday, Democratic candidate for Governor Lynn Walz has named Southeast Nebraska farmer Ben Steffen as her running mate for lieutenant governor. Walz introduced Steffen at a campaign event near Elkhorn, calling him a compassionate leader with a strong record of public service. Steffen said he was inspired by Walz's leadership and wants to help tackle issues including property taxes, rural health care, child care, and the state's economy all ahead of the November election. 5 minutes until 8 o'clock. We'll back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings and Blue Hill. Recover like a champion with Bamboo Mind and Body Spa. Nebraska is set to take on Florida in the inaugural Spike Center the Lights Volleyball Showcase on Thursday, August 27th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. The matchup between the Huskers and the Gators is set for 7, followed by Penn State against SMU at 8. The two winners will play for the championship at 9. Spikes Under the Lights will mark the first women's collegiate sporting event at AT&T Stadium and features a $1 million prize purse. Salina beat the Hastings Sodbusters 13-10 last night. Sodbusters now 16-24 in the season. Same two teams will play tonight in Salina beginning at 7:30. Legion Baseball Grand Island Home Federal has been eliminated from the Class A State American Legion Baseball Tournament after losing to Lincoln North Star 4-0 yesterday. Grand Island ends the season at 35-13. Meanwhile, the Class A Junior State Tournament continues today in Hastings. Yesterday, Lincoln East beat Lincoln Southwest 11-2. Creighton Prep defeated Bennington 14-6. Today, East will play Bennington at 4, and the winner will play Lincoln Southwest for the championship at 7. To check in your sports headlines at 7:56 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Showers and thunderstorms are pushing through south central Nebraska on this Wednesday morning. They should clear out by the latter part of the morning hours. That should leave us with partly sunny skies and a high in the upper 80s. It will be humid as well. More chances for storms overnight tonight with a low of 70 degrees. On Thursday, a chance for more storms, a high of 80. 68 Thursday night, and then 85 sunny and breezy on Friday.
Right now, west winds at 6. Cloudy skies, got some rain showers in the area this morning at 74 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson and Veronica Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. By the way, they're racing 2 nights this week at the Cam Raceway, so you'll be able to follow the racing action at Cam, or you can join us on the live stream this Friday and Saturday here on Extreme Sports. But again, before we get out of here, I got to mention Bamboo Mind and Body Spa. Mm-hmm. We had you down there when they first opened up.
Yeah.
I remember that, and you kind of took a tour and talked with the folks down there. Mm-hmm. You got to lay on the hydro massager.
Yeah.
That's a dry water jet massage.
Yeah, I could do that again.
Yeah. I've been down there because I've been dealing with some back pain for the past, I don't know how long. Been to several different chiropractors in the area. Nothing seemed to help. So I scheduled a consultation with the folks down there at Bamboo Mind and Body Spa.
That way.
Yeah, they got me set up here. So a couple of times a week I head down there, and I get to be on the hydro massager. Oh. Everybody's got to have one of those to watch football.
I wanted to put one in my living room.
Yeah. And then I head over. I spend 15 minutes on the hydro massager. Mm-hmm. Then I spend 15 minutes on the cryo lounger. That's the heat and cold chair that you lay on.
Yeah.
It soothes your muscles. Anyway, it's working wonders for me.
What? Good to
And
hear.
so if you have like a back pain, when you get older like me, and you're inching up there, when your body starts to creak, and you need a little extra to get going every morning, you need to schedule a consultation with Bamboo Mind and Body Spa.
Oh,
you can do that. You can do that by calling them.
You slept on your right side. It was a left side night. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
You got to go to Bamboo.
Yeah, it aches all over.
Yep.
Yeah, you can give them a call, 402-303-6630. They've got locations in both Hastings and in Blue Hill. And the nice thing is, you can go in there anytime you want. Yeah, you sign up for their membership. They put you on some sort of a program that you can follow, and you can go in there anytime you want. Mm-hmm. Like, I can go in there at midnight if I want. It's open 24 hours a day with your special.
You got a show to do the next day.
Yeah, but a lot of people go in during the day. A lot of people go in after work. For me, my favorite time to go in there is like at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 o'clock at night, they're open. If I do a game and we'll go in after a game, hell, I could go in there at 11:30 if I want.
Good.
You can get in. So anyway, if you got aches and pains, I highly recommend the folks down at Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings. My subtle plug for them today. All right. Big Ten Media Days today, Chicago. Going to hear from 6 more coaches. I had lawn mowing on my chore
That ain't
list.
happening.
Yeah, I had that on. I was going to do lawn mowing this morning and office work this afternoon. Probably not going to happen.
A little rain shower took care of that.
Yeah, and I think it's still kind of drizzling outside. I know we need the rain, but God, my yard is atrocious.
Oh, no.
Well, I haven't been able to get to it. I haven't been able to get to it because it's been hot.
Yeah?
I finally got the front yard mowed last night.
Ugh.
I said, I'll do the rest of it today.
You went out and did last night?
Yeah, I did it late last night.
Psychopath.
Late last night. So, yeah, it looks horrible. I don't know where I'm going to get it mowed.
Sad face.
So, anyway, not much else is going on. Like the Legion baseball tournament's wrapping up today, so we'll have results of that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. You and I, with predictions on the Big Ten Conference, we'll finally get around to our sites on the Big Ten for this year. So we'll get some comments from Big Ten Media Days on the show tomorrow. So, all right, that'll wrap things up. If you'd like to listen to the show again, listen to the comments we had from Kurt Ferentz, the head man at Iowa, you can go back to our social media sites and download the podcast, listen to the show again. Make plans to be here again tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock for Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme.